Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Duke Nukem 3D as played on the Eduke32 engine with the Duke Plus mod on the Come Get Some difficulty. And here we are at long last at the Queen. And I gotta tell you, I'm just absolutely stoked to have this one finally over and done with. It's a little sad to depart from a Let's Play after the final map, but lately, at the same time, there's just been such a sense of relief to get old projects done. Here we are at the Queen, everybody. Rock and roll. So, this is the room that we reach after we come down from Derelict. Step through the teleporter. The first thing we're going to talk about in this map is that it's completely symmetrical. Probably even right down to a particular couple of combat moments, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, once you've done one side, you do the other side almost 100% exactly the same way. Almost. I'll get to that in a moment as well. For now, let's start down the right side. Inside this tunnel is a few foes. The other thing that's worth pointing out about this map is that this map pretty much consists entirely of Octobrains, Enforcers, Troopers, and Drones. Nothing else. So I'm not even going to get specific about what encounters are what. Just they're to be expected is what I'm getting at.
Come get some.
So, past these pillars, a couple of Enforcers and a Trooper. Grab out the RPG and blow up those eggs. And then just spray down the tunnel with your minigun. Fire an RPG at those eggs. Oh, for God's sake. There we go. Now we're just going to go over to the other side of this main area to clear out the rest of the enemies before we start to make more progress.
Who wants some?
There's another enforcer. See, even this main room is just completely mirrored. Another thing about this main room before we move on as well is these pillars are also secrets. You can jump up with your jetpack to tag them, and they're just chock full of different ammo. I don't have a jetpack right now though, so there's no point in me trying to get to them. So, what you need to do next is look for a tunnel up in the ceiling here, or one of these locked doors, and it'll take you to this middle room that has a pillar that has buttons on it that you need to basically just activate the right combination to open up each door.
Cool. Come get some.
And this side is currently locked, but by the time we've accessed and progressed through one room, it should reveal the panel. But just press the left and the right, and you'll hear a beep. It opens up that door behind us, and we'll use the shotgun to disperse the lizard troopers or dispatch, whatever.
That's gonna leave a scar.
Well, if he gets back up, he gets back up. Hang on, what?
You're ugly.
Alright, I'm not sure where those troopers... I'm not sure where those enforcers came from. Whatever. I thought maybe for a moment I'd found a new spot in the map that I'd completely overlooked, but apparently not. I don't know. More chain gun ammo, that's fine. Okay, get out the RPG. Blow up those eggs. And then blow up the eggs at the far side.
Look good.
And also throw a pipe bomb to finish the job. And then get out the RPG, and when we go up this ramp into this next room, fire a couple of RPGs down at the eggs. There's probably still some eggs left over, but I can deal with that. Just finish off the foes guarding the eggs. Not like they have much of a job now. Now we have an Imperium cannon and a scuba tank here, and we're going to leave those well alone for the time being. The reason for that is because I've only got 20% left in my scuba tank. And I want to make good use of that before it runs out, and then I go for the first card. Also, that was a secret right through the alien butthole. I mean, I'm not gay, but if I'm going to get free prizes for reaching into someone's anus, then, you know, prices are prices. $20 is $20. Anyway, jump into the water, blow up the pillars. Shit! Alright, let's just take care of the remaining octobrains. And then next up
That was fun.
is to just bob up into the water, face this direction, fire a shot, duck back down, wait for it to do its thing, and then do another one in the other direction. To kill off as many alien bastards as possible before coming up and finishing them off with the chain gun cannon. Because this room is as close as you get to a slaughter map in Duke 3D. Because Duke's not really cut out for slaughter maps in particular, just dangerous rooms like this. But the Imperium cannon just makes it so much easier to deal with. Now, next line of business is to get the blue keycard. And what we're going to do is pick up this armor. Oh, and that door opens and reveals a drone and an enforcer respectively. Motherfucker. Alright, you know what? Just... there you go.
Payback time.
Now, in this particular area, be careful about running too far forward, because if you run far forward enough, you'll open up this door by mistake and a battle lord will say, hey, surprise. So just jump down into this pool of water, swim through. Yeah, I don't know how this water's supposed to work. Alien technology, I guess. Who cares? Just press the switch, it opens up this panel, open that up, and it'll open up access to the blue keycard. Said blue keycard, however, is a trap of sorts, not an ambush. More like you just have to deal with a dangerous environmental situation in order to acquire it. In the blue keycard's case, we have to move past some crushers. And I'm going to play it safe and just take the scuba gear with me, because it doesn't take long to get the blue keycard. Just position yourself behind the first crusher, and you should be able to easily hit the switch, and then do the same with the second crusher. And then just quickly swim through, and then swim back out very quick. And that's pretty much how you do each room respectively, except the trap in the other side will be different, so there's really not a whole lot to commentate on when going through room B.
Cool.
I'm looking for this, aren't I? Okay, so the other panel should now be opened up. I thought? Oh, I'm meant to go do the Battle Lord. I always think so far ahead. Doesn't matter. Okay. So that once we move forward, that door opens up and we'll let off a blast. So, put the blue keycard in the panel. I'm sure someone's shaking their head at me right about now. And then hit that switch, which opens up part of the gate, as you can see here. As you can also see in this little panel. And said switch should also open up the next panel to give us access to the other room. No, wrong one. It's the middle and the right. Also, in the midst of said second room here, we'll be getting a jetpack eventually, so we'll be able to go back to the main room and tag the 4 secrets. How did you get there?
Your face, your ass, what's the difference? Now that's gonna leave a scar.
Right, same as before, just circle around the room, blow up the edge, blow up your enemies. Oh shit, bad dodging. I might as well talk about the track in advance too. When it comes to grabbing the red keycard, which is next. Well, let's get this situation first. Here, Droney. Oh look, we've got no X to look after.
I came, I saw, I kicked ass.
And we'll grab those boots and that cannon if we need it. And grab that secret. But the trap involving the red keycard is a series of gears, pretty much like what we saw in Toxic Dump. And you want to have as much of your scuba tank as possible because that area is a bitch to deal with. Because the gears grind ever so slowly. And you have to wait for the weak spot to pass through so you can hit the switches. I would also advise not to fire Imperium blasts underwater. Because you're likely going to get caught in the blast. Alright, same as before.
I'm gonna get medieval on your yippee-ki-yay.
And they're all dead. And then it's the same situation as before. I thought you were dead. That's okay, I've still got armor and health, so who cares? And there's the jetpack. But now it's time to go get the key. Did I not hit the other switch? GG, man. Jesus. If you think I suck at video games, you'd be right. Alright, so we have to just eventually wait for a gap in the gears and swim through and hit the switches. And don't get greedy. I think there's only 3 of them anyway. So we should still have some scuba gear left by the time we're done. Yeah, there's only 3 switches. So let's go for this one next. And don't get greedy, because you'll get squished. Believe me, I've tried. We may have a fair bit of scuba gear left by the time we're about to go to the Queen. I think so. Yeah, we're at 30%. Oh, was that a knock the brain? No, I guess not. I thought I missed a kill, but no biggie. In fact, you know what? If I did, I don't care. Because now we have the red keycard, now we have to go face the Battle Lord. I was just about to forget. I swear there's an Octobrain underwater. Fuck it. Oh, there you are. You asshole. Thanks. Lost a bit of my scuba gear for that now.
Son of a bitch. Groovy.
Right, so same as before. There's the yellow keycard. And that gate is now open. So now we just need to use the yellow keycard to make it accessible. And haul our ass through. Fortunately, I mean 17% scuba gear, that's probably going to be barely enough to last for the fight. But let's take the pillars now. Now we'll take the other 2, it should bring us up to 6 secrets, and the 7th one is with the Queen herself. Not that we'll be even using the ammo, quite honestly. A few Imperium blasts should do the trick just fine, as long as I don't do something stupid and get squished. Oh, it's down the other end. So, we are now hitting the point of no return. Once we run through that lava bed, there is no going back. Fortunately, they give us steroids as well as atomic health pieces to give us enough health for the fight. But the first thing we're doing when we reach the Queen is looking for that secret, because secrets are so important. And there it is. And now that we've got that, we'll just fire a few Imperium blasts at the Queen when we see her and call it a day. We better go get some air.
It's time to abort your whole friggin' species.
You're welcome. So, when's that sequel coming out anyway? Oh god, that old joke. Boy, that joke ended a few years ago, didn't it? And then most people hated the game. But that's a whole nother topic itself anyway. So as you can see, when it comes to the two sides of the map, they're completely identical. I'm pretty sure they're probably just about 99% identical as far as those ambush rooms are concerned as well. It's definitely not as difficult and as exhausting as Derelict. I mean, we're only here for 18.5 minutes. Yeah, very interesting design for the Queen. And, yeah, not a whole lot more to say about it than that. I mean, the fight itself isn't all that difficult either. But, let's just conclude the rest of our thoughts on the splash screen next. Thank you all very much for watching.
Rockin'.
What a fantastic way to play Duke 3D. Extra guns. More aggro AI. So many neat little gameplay features. And a sweet extra dose of gore. I don't know. I guess I'm the sort of person who likes to support modification authors who go out of their way to breathe new life into old retro shooters without resorting to brutalizing it and channeling their creative juices. There's not a whole lot more I can say to that without going over everything I described at the very beginning. If you haven't tried it yourself, I really recommend Duke Plus. Now that this LP is finished, what is next? For the time being, Doom, Heretic, and Blood all still have an episode each at large. So my current goal is to drum up yet another LP in the background, and then gradually work on said 3 games and gradually release videos of them alongside this up-and-comer. I haven't truly decided as of yet what I'll play, but when it surfaces, you shall know. I have other projects in mind as well, but let's not speak of them until I can commit to them. But that about wraps this series up. It's been a blast. Duke 3D is still a hot one that's fun to play. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon.